Many people believe good English means difficult English, and this belief creates fear. Fear blocks speaking, and this teaches us an important truth. Confident people do not wait for perfect words, and this shows us confidence comes first. They speak simply, and this teaches us that clarity is more powerful than complexity. Simple English is not weak English, and this is the first lesson. Simple English is strong because it is clear and clarity builds trust. When people understand you easily, they feel comfortable and comfort creates connection. Confident speakers want connection, not perfection, and this mindset changes everything. Fear begins when we try to impress, and this teaches us awareness. Many English learners think others are judging them, and this creates silence. Silence does not mean lack of intelligence, and this teaches us kindness to ourselves. It only means fear is controlling the moment, and fear can be removed. Confident people accept mistakes, and this teaches us freedom. They know mistakes are part of learning, and this removes pressure. Pressure makes the brain slow, and this teaches us psychology. A relaxed brain speaks faster, and this teaches us why confidence matters. Simple English helps the brain work smoothly, and this teaches us efficiency. Long sentences require more thinking, and this increases fear. Short sentences are easier to control, and this builds confidence. Confidence grows when you feel control, and control grows with simplicity. Confident people focus on meaning, not grammar, and this is powerful. Meaning is communication, and communication is the real goal of language. Grammar improves with use, and this teaches us patience. Speaking comes first, correction comes later, and this order reduces fear. Many learners wait until they feel ready, and this teaches us delay. Confident people start before feeling ready, and this teaches us action. Action creates confidence, not the other way around. This one sentence can change how you learn English. Confident people repeat simple phrases, and this teaches us memory. Repetition makes language automatic, and automatic speech reduces fear. When words come easily, the mind stays calm, and calm creates fluency. Fluency is calm speaking, not fast speaking, and this is important to remember. Simple English is used by leaders, and this teaches us reality. Leaders speak so everyone can understand, and this creates trust. They avoid unnecessary words, and this shows confidence. Trying to sound smart often makes communication weak, and this is a key lesson. Confident people accept silence, and this teaches us control. They pause when needed, and pauses are not mistakes. Pauses show thinking, and thinking shows confidence. There is no need to rush, and this removes speaking fear. Fear says, "What if I make a mistake?" Confidence says, "I will speak anyway." This difference is mindset, not talent. Mindset can be trained, and this gives hope. Every confident English speaker was once afraid, and this teaches us humility. They did not remove fear by studying more, but by speaking more. Speaking simple sentences daily builds courage, and courage builds confidence. Confidence grows slowly, and this teaches us consistency. You do not need advanced vocabulary to be confident. You need belief, practice, and acceptance of mistakes. Simple English is a bridge, not a limitation. That bridge leads to fluency, and fluency leads to freedom. In the next segment, we will break a big myth. We will learn why grammar obsession stops speaking progress. This next part will help you feel lighter and more confident when speaking English. Many English learners stop speaking because of grammar fear, and this is very common. They think one mistake can embarrass them, and this belief creates silence. Silence feels safe, but it stops progress, and this teaches us an important lesson. Avoiding mistakes also avoids learning, and this is a hard truth. Grammar is important, but timing is more important, and this teaches us balance. Confident people do not ignore grammar, but they do not fear it. They understand that grammar improves naturally with use, and this removes pressure. Pressure blocks speech, and relaxed thinking opens speech. When you think about grammar while speaking, your brain slows down. A slow brain creates hesitation, and hesitation creates fear. Fear then creates silence, and silence feels like failure. This cycle is not about English ability, but about mindset. Confident people separate speaking and correcting, and this is powerful. They speak first and they correct later. Speaking is for communication and correction is for improvement. Mixing both at the same time creates confusion. Children learn language without grammar books, and this teaches us something important. They speak wrongly many times, and no one laughs at them. Each mistake brings improvement, and improvement builds confidence. Adults forget this natural process, and fear replaces curiosity. Grammar fear often comes from school experience. Teachers correct mistakes loudly, and this creates shame. Shame stays in the mind for years, and this affects speaking. But English in real life is not an exam, and this is freeing. Confident people do not aim for perfect sentences. They aim for understood sentences, and this changes everything. If people understand you, communication is successful. Perfect grammar without communication has no value. Simple grammar works most of the time, and this teaches us efficiency. Present tense, past tense, and future tense are enough to start. You do not need advanced structures to express ideas. Complex grammar can wait, and this reduces stress. Confident speakers repeat common sentence patterns. Repetition creates comfort, and comfort creates speed. Speed is not the goal, but ease is the goal. Easy speech feels confident, and confidence feels fluent. Mistakes are not failures, and this belief is critical. Mistakes are signs of learning, not weakness. Every confident speaker has made thousands of mistakes. The difference is they did not stop. When you accept mistakes, fear loses power. When fear loses power, speaking becomes natural. Natural speaking builds habit, and habit builds fluency. Fluency is habit, not talent. Confident people also listen more than they speak at first. Listening builds sentence memory, and memory supports speaking. When sentences feel familiar, fear decreases. Familiarity creates calm, and calm creates confidence. Grammar improves automatically when input increases. Input means listening, reading, and speaking daily. Small daily exposure beats heavy study once a week. Consistency matters more than intensity. Many learners wait until grammar feels finished. Grammar is never finished, and this waiting never ends. Confident people start speaking with unfinished grammar. This decision changes their learning speed completely. English is a tool, not a test. Tools are used, not judged. The goal is expression, not perfection. This mindset removes fear gently. If you want to sound confident, speak simply and slowly. Simple sentences give you control. Control creates confidence. Confidence creates fluency. In the next segment, we will focus on how confident people practice English daily. You will learn simple habits that remove fear naturally. These habits work even if you live in a non-English speaking country. Confident English speakers do not practice for long hours, and this teaches us efficiency. They practice daily, and this teaches us consistency. Short daily practice is better than long weekly practice, and this is important. The brain learns through repetition, not pressure. Confident people practice English as part of life, not as a subject. They think in English during simple moments, and this teaches us habit building. They describe what they see, and this teaches us observation language. Simple thoughts create simple sentences, and simple sentences reduce fear. They talk to themselves, and this teaches us independence. Self talk is safe, and safety removes fear. You can make mistakes freely when alone, and this builds confidence. Confidence starts privately before it becomes public. Confident people repeat the same sentences many times. Repetition creates comfort, and comfort creates speed. Speed is not the goal, but smoothness is the goal. Smooth speech feels confident, and confident speech feels fluent. They do not chase new vocabulary every day. They use the same words again and again, and this teaches us mastery. Mastery comes from use, not memorization. When words feel familiar, fear disappears. Listening is a major part of their practice. They listen to English daily, and this teaches us input importance. Listening trains the brain silently. A trained brain speaks more easily. Confident people listen to simple content first. Simple content builds understanding. Understanding builds comfort. Comfort builds confidence. They copy short sentences from movies or videos. Copying helps pronunciation and rhythm. Rhythm makes speech natural. Natural speech feels confident. Confident speakers speak slowly, and this teaches us control. Speaking slowly reduces mistakes. Fewer mistakes reduce fear. Reduced fear increases speaking time. They do not wait for perfect pronunciation. Perfect pronunciation comes later. Communication comes first. This order removes pressure. Confident people practice speaking even when they feel tired. They keep practice light, and this teaches us sustainability. Heavy pressure kills motivation. Light practice builds habit. They use English for real purposes. They explain ideas, not grammar rules. Explanation builds thinking ability. Thinking in English reduces translation fear. Confident people measure progress differently. They do not ask, "Am I perfect?" They ask, "Am I more comfortable?" Comfort is the real sign of improvement. Fear reduces when practice feels normal. Normal activities create calm. Calm creates confidence. Confidence creates fluency. Daily English practice is not about effort. It is about integration. English becomes part of life. When English feels normal, fear disappears. You do not need teachers every day. You need consistency every day. Small steps daily beat big plans monthly. This is how confidence grows quietly. In the next segment, we will talk about why confident people are not afraid of accents. You will learn why accent is not a problem and how acceptance improves fluency. Many English learners worry about their accent, and this creates fear. They think a strong accent means poor English, and this belief is false. Accent is not a problem, and this is the first truth. Accent is proof of learning more than one language. Confident people accept their accent, and this teaches us self-respect. They do not try to sound perfect. They try to sound clear. Clarity matters more than accent. Every English speaker has an accent. American English has accents. British English has accents. Even native speakers sound different. Confident people understand this reality. They know accent shows identity, not weakness. Trying to hide an accent creates tension. Tension blocks natural speaking. Accent fear comes from comparison. Comparison creates pressure. Pressure creates silence. Silence stops progress. Confident people stop comparing. They focus on being understood. Being understood is success. Perfection is unnecessary. Pronunciation improves naturally with listening. You do not need to force it. Forced pronunciation feels fake. Natural pronunciation feels confident. Confident speakers listen more than they repeat. Listening trains sound memory. Sound memory guides pronunciation. This process is slow but strong. Many famous leaders speak English with accents. They speak clearly and confidently. People listen to ideas, not accents. Message matters more than sound. Confident people slow down when speaking. Slow speech improves clarity. Clarity reduces misunderstanding. Understanding builds confidence. Accent disappears slightly over time. Fear disappears faster with acceptance. Acceptance creates relaxation. Relaxation improves speech quality. Confident people smile while speaking. Smiling relaxes the face. A relaxed face speaks better. Small changes create big comfort. Accent fear also reduces when speaking often. Frequency builds familiarity. Familiarity removes fear. Fear reduces naturally. You do not need a native accent to succeed. You need clear ideas and calm delivery. Calm delivery sounds confident. Confidence attracts listeners. Your accent tells your story. It shows effort and courage. It shows learning beyond comfort. That is something to respect. In the next segment, we will learn how confident people speak without translating in their head. This step is important for fluency and speed. Many English learners translate every sentence in their head, and this creates delay. Delay creates hesitation, and hesitation creates fear. Fear then blocks speaking, and this cycle feels frustrating. Understanding this cycle is the first step to breaking it. Confident people do not translate word by word. They think in simple English ideas. Ideas come faster than words. This habit makes speaking smoother. Translation feels safe at first, but it becomes a trap. The brain works slower in two languages at the same time. Slow thinking increases pressure. Pressure reduces confidence. Confident people train their brain differently. They use short, ready-made English phrases. Phrases work faster than grammar rules. Fast recall reduces fear. They connect English words to meaning, not to their native language. Meaning is universal. Language is just a tool. Tools work best when used directly. Confident speakers think about pictures and actions. They describe what they see. They describe what they do. Action-based thinking is fast. They practice naming things in English daily. This is a table. I am walking. I feel tired. These simple sentences build thinking speed. Speed creates comfort. Comfort creates confidence. Confidence creates fluency. Confident people accept pauses while thinking. Pauses are natural. Pauses give time. Time removes panic. They do not panic when a word is missing. They explain the idea using simple words. Explanation shows intelligence. Silence shows fear. Confident people train with daily self-talk. Self-talk builds thinking ability. Thinking ability builds speaking ability. Speaking ability builds freedom. They listen and repeat whole sentences. Whole sentences train thinking patterns. Patterns reduce translation need. Reduced translation increases speed. Movies, podcasts, and stories help greatly. Stories teach context. Context helps memory. Memory supports thinking in English. Confident people keep vocabulary small at first. Small vocabulary is easier to control. Control builds confidence. Confidence allows expansion later. Thinking in English does not happen suddenly. It grows slowly with use. Each day brings small improvement. Small improvement builds long-term fluency. You do not need to stop translating completely. You need to reduce it slowly. Reduction is progress. Progress builds motivation. Thinking in English feels strange at first. Strange feelings mean growth. Growth feels uncomfortable before it feels natural. This is normal. In the next segment, we will learn why confident people stay calm while speaking in public. You will learn mental tricks that reduce anxiety instantly. Speaking English in front of others creates fear for many learners. Fear comes from judgment, and judgment comes from imagination. Most fear is imagined, and this teaches us awareness. Understanding this reduces anxiety immediately. Confident people expect nervousness, and this teaches us realism. They do not fight nervousness. They allow it. Acceptance reduces its power. The body reacts before the mind, and this teaches us biology. Fast heartbeat does not mean failure. It means energy. Energy can be used positively. Confident people breathe slowly before speaking. Slow breathing calms the nervous system. A calm body supports a calm voice. Voice calmness creates confidence. They speak slower than their thoughts. Slow speech gives control. Control reduces mistakes. Fewer mistakes reduce fear. Confident speakers focus on the message, not the audience. When focus shifts to people, fear increases. When focus stays on meaning, fear reduces. Meaning gives purpose. They make eye contact gently, not aggressively. Soft eye contact creates connection. Connection creates comfort. Comfort removes tension. Confident people accept small mistakes publicly. They smile and continue. Continuing is more important than correcting. Flow matters more than perfection. They use simple sentences under pressure. Simple sentences reduce thinking load. Reduced load keeps the mind clear. Clear mind supports calm speaking. Confident people prepare mentally, not memorized speeches. Memorization increases pressure. Understanding reduces pressure. Understanding allows flexibility. They practice speaking aloud daily. Practice makes the situation familiar. Familiar situations feel safe. Safety removes fear. Confident people imagine success, not failure. The brain believes images. Positive images create calm. Calm creates confidence. They remind themselves of one truth. People want to understand, not judge. Listeners are human. Humans are forgiving. Fear reduces when you speak regularly. Avoidance increases fear. Facing fear gently reduces it. Gentle exposure builds strength. Confident speakers accept imperfection publicly. Perfection is unrealistic. Progress is enough. Enough is powerful. Calm speaking is a skill, not a personality trait. Skills can be trained. Training builds confidence. Confidence builds fluency. In the final segment, we will bring everything together. You will learn how confidence, simplicity, and consistency create fluent English. This ending will help you speak without fear every day. Fluency is not a destination. And this truth changes everything. Most learners believe fluency arrives one day like a reward. They imagine a moment when fear disappears forever. But confident speakers know something different. They know fluency is a habit, not a finish line. Confidence does not appear after fluency. Fluency grows because of confidence. This order is important. When you reverse it, learning becomes painful. When you follow it, learning becomes natural. Many English learners wait silently. They wait to feel ready. They wait to feel confident. They wait to feel perfect. Waiting feels safe, but safety slows growth. Confident people do not wait. They speak while feeling nervous. They speak while feeling unsure. They speak while making mistakes. Speaking itself creates confidence. Fear survives in silence. Confidence grows in action. This is a simple rule. Simple rules are powerful. English is not a subject you pass. English is a skill you use. Skills grow only through use. Unused, skills become weak. When you speak English, your brain adapts. When you avoid English, your brain forgets. The brain is neutral. It follows behavior, not intention. Many learners have strong intention. They want fluent English. They dream of confident speaking. But intention without action creates frustration. Confident speakers choose action over comfort. They speak short sentences. They speak simple ideas. They speak imperfect English. Simple English does not mean low English. Simple English means controlled English. Control creates calm. Calm creates confidence. Confidence is not loud. Confidence is calm. A calm speaker sounds fluent. A nervous speaker sounds weak, even with good grammar. Grammar does not make you confident. Confidence allows grammar to improve. This is another important order. Many learners are trapped by grammar. They know many rules. They know many structures, but they freeze while speaking. Confident speakers know fewer rules at first, but they speak freely. Freedom accelerates learning. Pressure slows learning. Mistakes are not enemies. Mistakes are teachers. Every mistake gives information. Information improves skill. Confident speakers respect mistakes. They listen to feedback calmly. They adjust slowly. They continue speaking. Stopping is the real failure. Mistakes are not failure. Silence is failure. Fear often comes from imagination. We imagine people laughing. We imagine people judging. We imagine embarrassment. Reality is different. Most people are busy with themselves. Most people do not judge harshly. Most people forget your mistakes quickly. Confident people understand this. They speak for communication, not approval. Approval is unstable. Communication is practical. English is a tool. Tools are used, not admired. You do not admire a hammer. You use it to build. Use English to build ideas. Use English to express thoughts. Use English to connect with people. When English becomes useful, fear disappears. Fear survives only when English feels like an exam. Confident speakers remove the exam mindset. They remove score thinking. They remove comparison. Comparison destroys confidence. Someone will always be better. Someone will always be worse. Comparison never ends. Confident people compare only one thing. They compare today with yesterday. If today is better, progress exists. Progress does not need perfection. Progress needs consistency. Speaking English 5 minutes daily is powerful. Speaking once a week for 1 hour is weaker. Daily exposure trains the brain. The brain loves routine. Confident people build routines. Morning self-talk. Daily listening. Simple repetition. They do not overload themselves. Overload creates burnout. Burnout creates avoidance. Light practice builds long-term confidence. Heavy pressure kills motivation. Your accent does not block fluency. Fear blocks fluency. Accent fades naturally. Fear disappears with acceptance. Your voice matters. Your ideas matter. You do not need permission to speak. English belongs to everyone who uses it. It is not owned by native speakers. It is shared by learners worldwide. Confident speakers claim ownership. They speak English as their tool. They do not ask for approval. Public speaking fear is common. Private speaking fear exists too. Both disappear with exposure. Exposure must be gentle. Gentle exposure builds strength. Harsh pressure breaks confidence. Speak to yourself. Speak to your mirror. Speak to your phone. Speak to one person. Each step reduces fear. Fluency grows quietly. One day you notice something. Words come faster. Sentences feel lighter. Fear feels weaker. This moment does not come suddenly. It grows gradually. Many learners miss it because they expect magic. There is no magic. There is habit. Confident speakers are not fearless. They are fear-trained. They know fear will come. They speak anyway. Courage is not absence of fear. Courage is action with fear. English confidence works the same way. You do not need advanced vocabulary. You need usable vocabulary. You do not need complex grammar. You need clear structure. Clarity beats complexity. Always. Your goal is not native like English. Your goal is effective English. Effective English creates opportunity. Opportunity creates growth. English is not your enemy. Fear is the enemy, and fear can be trained away. Every confident English speaker you admire once struggled. They once felt silent. They once felt embarrassed. They continued anyway. You can do the same. Today, speak one simple sentence. Tomorrow, speak two. Next week, speak longer. Do not rush. Do not quit. Confidence is built, not gifted. Fluency is earned, not waited for. This story ends with one truth. You already have everything you need to start. Your voice, your effort, your decision. Speak now. Speak imperfectly. Speak confidently. Fluency will follow.